right, y'all, this is the Aeneid, book 4, starting at line 305. This is Dido's speech. Now remember, she has just learned that Aeneas is leaving and heading to Italy in a pretty crappy way, right? He set up all the ships and got everything ready to go, and she heard about it. He didn't actually tell her. So she's mad. She's coming in angry as she's talking to him. So it's a different vibe from Creusa to start because he's treating her poorly. But we're going to talk about how she's angry and she's letting that make her selfish. So we'll just get started. Again, this is Dido talking. So the I here is not Aeneas, it's Dido. Don't forget. All right. Did you hope, treacherous one, to pretend that, now we're in an indirect statement. Don't forget, in an indirect statement, your subject is accusative. That's why tantum nefas, accusative. And then posse is your verb, and it is going to look like an infinitive. That's the infinitive for possum, to be able, right? So did you hope to pretend that, no word for that, such a crime was possible, right? Such a crime was possible, such a crime, and to leave quietly from my shores, from my land, was possible, right? Did you hope that you'd get away with this crime and leave quietly? Now in the next bit, I'm going to change colors so you can kind of see how the sentences go. We're going to use the neck here, here, and here. That is going to be an example, neck, clause, neck, clause, neck, clause. That's going to be an example of anaphora. And then you'll notice this first neck is followed by 3 words. The second neck is followed by 4 words. The last neck is followed by 5 words. That's a tricolon crescens. Remember, that's 3 clauses that are related and they grow in length and intensity, puts the emphasis on the last one. So in this one, the third reason she gives is the most important one. It's her dying. That's probably the most important thing to her. So, and does our love not hold you? And does your right hand, sorry, not great underlining, once having been given, remember she's calling up their marriage, right? You once gave me your right hand. You once promised me that you'd stay. So does your once, or your right hand, excuse me, once given, not hold you? Does Dido, about to die in a cruel death on a cruel pyre, not hold you? So remember, she's giving 3 reasons. Does our love not hold you? Does your right hand once given not hold you? Does Dido, about to die a cruel death, not hold you? That tricolon, she's putting the emphasis on the last one, her dying. Shouldn't that be the biggest reason? Even if you don't love me anymore, even if you've forsaken our marriage vows, doesn't my death make you want to stay? There's no way I can survive if you're gone. And then she says, in fact, remember we just read this part in English. In fact, you're heading out in the winter. It's not even safe for you to go. What are you thinking? Oh, I don't know how to get rid of those. I'll figure it out in a minute. You're being so cruel. If Troy was still standing and you were just going home, you wouldn't even consider setting out at this time of year. It's just because you think you are called by the gods that you have to go. We know that he's really he's kind of called by the gods in his eyes. Okay, hold on. Let me erase these marks from the last one. Oh, no, that's not an eraser. That's a marker. We got it. Oh, there we go. So good. So good. Man, I thought I was being clever with 2 tabs and switch it. It's fine. It's totally fine. I got it. All right. I think that this next part is pretty sad. She says, are you fleeing? That's your verb, fugus. Are you fleeing me? Are you running away from me? Right. Nay just makes it a question. And remember, that is poignant because nay means I don't know the answer to this question, right? Are you running away from me? She's legitimately asking. She's wondering if she is what's pushing him away, and he's using the gods as a scapegoat kind of for why he's leaving. Are you fleeing me? Now this next bit is a little bit tricky because you need to remember how Romans swore an oath. Say, I beg you. And then I'm just going to switch colors up for you. And then you'd beg them on something. So kind of like we would say, I beg you, like on my mother's life or on my mother's grave, maybe. They would beg through something. So I'm begging you through, and then we get that phrase a couple times. And we get two kind of if statements. And here I'm going to highlight the first two words of the if statement. The second one doesn't have an if just for the sake of meter, but it's the idea of if. And then the setup of the actual ask, the actual thing she's saying, I'm begging you on all these things. If you even liked me at all, basically, right? Stop, don't go. This is the actual ask. Oh, sorry. I'm going to undo that last one. This is the actual ask. That makes sense, everybody? I missed one of the ifs. There are three. Okay. I just highlighted to kind of set up the structure because it is odd. Even for a Roman who knew the parts of an oath, this would have been an odd word order. So I just wanted to set it up for you to see visually. I'm going to translate now. So I beg you through these tears. That's reason number one not to go. Or I guess the first thing she's giving that she's swearing on her own tears, right? Through these tears and your right hand. That's another reason not to go. Another thing she's swearing on. Since I myself, ipsa, and then I'm getting I out of the verb. I myself have left nothing for miserable me, for me now miserable. Yeah. Also aliud and nihil go together. That's a chiasmus right there. Yeah. Since I myself have left nothing, anything, not anything for me now miserable. See that A here, B, oh gosh, I'm writing kind of big so you can see it. I hope that's cool. B, A, I've left nothing good, no something for myself now miserable. And then we're going back to begging. On our marriage, which again, are they married? On wedding hymns having been begun, she's alluding to the fact that in her eyes they're still newlyweds, right? Their marriage, they're so newly married, their wedding hymns haven't even been sung yet. If I deserved anything from you, if I well deserved anything from you, or if anything of mine, that's mecum quicquam, anything of mine was sweet to you, there's an S, probably an erat, it's probably past tense. If anything of mine, yo, look at that erat, that's like nearly legible. That was really good, I'm improving. Or if anything of mine was sweet to you, if anything, if there is, I think we're missing an S here. Est. Well, maybe, I was gonna say maybe cursive's the idea, but it's not. Est. If there is anything still for prayers, if there's any place still for prayers, if there is any place, that's aliquis, really, locus, right? Here, still for prayers, right? So that's all the things she's sworn. Pity, this is a command. I was circling commands in the last video. I'll circle this one. Pity the falling house. See that present active participle, the falling house. And leave behind this mentality, this mindset, right? Let go of this idea. Just stay. All right, you guys are great. Way to go. Good luck.